cultural diversity for dialogue and development. And to talk about that event right here in the university, we have a very special guest. He's a senior lecturer from the Department of Religious and Cultural Studies here in the University of Uyo, Dr. Effiong Udo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here, sir.
I'm glad to be here.
I can see even as you're dressed in the English attire, you had the traditional stuff to show that your cultural heritage.
Certainly.
All right, sir. Tomorrow seems to be a very big day. I'd like to ask, what inspired you to plan this event for the university?
I think it is important to underscore the fact that I am. First of all, in the Department of Religious and Cultural Studies.
Okay.
And so when I emphasize the fact that it is cultural, that is on one lane, and the other is the fact that I am an international fellow of King Abdulaziz International Center for Dialogue for interreligious and intercultural dialogue. It is based in Vienna, Austria, and this year I am doing my postdoctoral studies there. And as an international fellow, we just cannot help to guide the university, contribute to the international standing of the university.
Congratulations on your studies in Austria.
Thank you.
So the theme of the event tomorrow is multiculturalism, dialogue and management of cultural diversity in Nigeria, a multi-stakeholders perspective. What do you hope to bring to your audience tomorrow based on that theme?
As a matter of fact, the event marking the 2021 World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development is actually been approved by the Vice Chancellor of the university. I'm talking about Professor Yaudo Dayo. And so I know that I am also the founding president of RELIGIONNEXT Foundation for Youth and Peace Building. And one of the things we do in RELIGIONNEXT is that we mark international days that have to do with peace building, that have to do with young people being socialized in international conventions in order to develop their minds and help them to be global citizens. And so we initiated a kind of collaboration with a kind of interfaculty, collaboration, and presented a proposal to the Vice Chancellor, who approved that we hold this event. And so, why did the Vice Chancellor approve the event? It is because of his convictions that the University of Uyo must remain an international university.
Okay, so
it is the fact that matters that concern the global space, other nations, matters of international concerns must be discussed in the University of Uyo here, in keeping with the international standing of the university.
All right, sir. So you mentioned something about your organization working in peace building and celebrating international days that focuses on peace building. So do you think that this event tomorrow will help Nigerian youth think about peace? Because right now in Nigeria, you've seen that, especially in the South and other parts of the country, there's rise in crimes and insecurity, and people are scared, they're afraid. So do you feel that this event will sensitize youth to go towards peace?
Oh, certainly. You find out that the inspiration that gave rise to the adoption of May 21 to be marked globally as the World Day for Cultural Diversity was in the wake of 2011, incidents in the United States of America. If you remember, it was when the World Trade Center in New York was scattered. And it was because of what many people in different fora would call clash of civilizations. A kind of a Muslim civilization against European or American civilizations, and wanting to destroy what you don't like, you have to destroy. If you are in one kind of a civilization, you don't want to see any other. You want to make everybody to be like you, which is not possible. Diversity is a natural token, and so we should not. So I am saying that it was within the context of conflict that the World Day of Cultural Diversity was born by the United Nations.
Okay.
So certainly the youth will have to learn to, embrace diversity, accept diversity as a natural token.
Okay, so speaking of conflict, Nigeria, it's on record that we speak over 500 languages, and we have a lot of cultures, even more than that, 500.
Mm-hmm.
And we are basically an example of cultural diversity.
Correct.
Could this be the cause for the present conflicts that we're facing right now in Nigeria?
Yeah, you are correct. You find out that there are a number of attempts, in fact, some great attempts for one language to silence the other language, or to make sure that other languages don't exist. And I don't think that is the way to go. In fact, it is in a day like this that we have to emphasize the fact that languages must not go. The various languages in Nigeria, none of the languages should go into extinction, because they are spoken by human beings in a particular context, and we have to celebrate this diversity. And that is the reason, if you ask somebody like Professor Inora, a seasoned linguist, a professor of linguistics in this university, who has traversed the globe and sold the issue of Ibibio language to everywhere in the world, and other professors as well, you find out that that is a great job our professors are doing. And I can tell you, there are many other people who are even thinking that nobody should be talking about Ibibio language. It is unthinkable. And so diversity is what should be appreciated. That is what informed a day like this.
Okay, so thank you very much for that. So, do you have any special guests for tomorrow's event?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, it is important to mention the key event that will take place tomorrow, and that has to do with the Dialogue Roundtable. The Dialogue Roundtable. And of course, we cannot talk about cultural diversity in the wisdom of the United Nations. They say, look, you bring dialogue into it, because in the context of conflict, diversity, so to speak, will generate some conflict, one way or the other. And so they thought that it is important to include dialogue. And so we are going to have a dialogue roundtable where seasoned scholars, professors, civil society entrepreneurs, security experts, legal experts, will be at the roundtable dialogue tomorrow and they're going to speak. Let me mention it particularly. They're going to look into this theme, multiculturalism, dialogue and management of cultural diversity in Nigeria. And then we are talking about a multi-stakeholders perspective. The reason is that somebody is going to speak. For instance, Professor Effiong Udo, a former Dean of Law, will speak from the legal perspective. And then the current Professor, Director of for Cultural Studies, Professor Naude, will speak from the perspective of intercultural, perspective. Now, Mr. Andrew Amiageme, the Commissioner of Police of Akwa Ibom State, will speak from the security perspective. And of course, Professor Dorothy Umotan, the current director of Center for Gender Studies, will speak from the gender perspective. Honorable Iwa Udofia, Iwa Udofia is the senior special advisor to the governor of Akwa Ibom State on youth matters. He will speak from the perspective of the youth, and then Comrade Imemobong,
Yes,
I'm sure you are familiar with that name.
Yes, sir.
Will come to speak from the perspective of political governance perspective, right?
Yes,
And so we have a cream of the society coming, to grace the occasion. Not only that, the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism will give a keynote address. And of course, they are also coming. He's coming with the cultural troupe of Akwa Ibom State, to grace the occasion. And our dean, the Dean of Arts, Professor Joseph Ushe, will be the director of the entire event as the chairman of the occasion. And of course, the paramount ruler of Uyo, Edidem Salvanos Okon, will be the father of the day, while our mother, the first woman, the first lady of this university, Deaconess Uduak Ndayo, will be the mother of the day. So, it's going to be a great event.
It really sounds
I believe
grand.
so.
So, where is the venue for the event and what time is it?
Oh, the venue is Onyema Okochukwu Hall in the town campus here. It's going to be the events will kickstart by 10 on the dots. I want to say that the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo will be around. The management staff of the university will be around. So we invite staff and students and the general public, to come and let us talk together and let us learn together.
Okay, sir. So that means the event is open to all students and anybody who wants to attend.
Oh yes, it is open. It is a university event.
All right, guys, you've heard him. Thank you very much, Dr. Effiong Joseph Udo, for being with us to talk about cultural diversity and dialogue development. Be at Onyema Ogochukwu Hall tomorrow by 10 o'clock to attend the event. I'm sure you've heard from him that it's going to be a full package, so I'm pretty sure you don't want to miss it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much indeed.